We asked these 5 AIs who clearly know their football to create the all-time best 11 of Manchester United in a 4-3-3 formation. And we start with the manager, and honestly, it could be no one else but Sir Alex Ferguson. The most iconic coach in Manchester United's history and possibly in world football. During his 26 years in charge, he transformed the club into a global powerhouse, winning 38 trophies. But his legacy goes beyond silverware. He built generations of players and established a culture of success. Without question, Alex Ferguson takes the title as the greatest manager in Manchester United's history. Let's move on to the goalkeeper. Here, the French AI voted for Peter Schmeichel. The Dane is considered one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time and the most influential in Manchester United's history. Between 1991 and 1999, he played 398 matches and was a key figure in Ferguson's golden era. He won 5 Premier Leagues, 3 FA Cups, 1 League Cup, 4 Community Shields, and the 1999 Champions League, where his commanding presence and crucial saves were decisive, making him a pillar of the defense. His charisma and personality turned him into an icon, averaging less than 1 goal conceded per match in the Premier League during his years at the club. And it was another consensus. All the AIs voted for him. Peter Schmeichel earns his place in the all-time 11. We continue with the right back, and Grokk's choice was Gary Neville, a consistent and loyal right back. He played 602 matches between 1992 and 2011, always in that position, becoming a symbol of the Class of '92 Academy generation. He won 8 Premier Leagues, 3 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 6 Community Shields, 2 Champions Leagues, 1 Intercontinental Cup, and 1 Club World Cup. His tactical intelligence, precise crosses, and partnership with David Beckham on the right flank were fundamental to Ferguson's attacking style. Even if he wasn't the most technical, his leadership as captain and defensive consistency made him irreplaceable. His legacy as a homegrown player and his influence in the dressing room strengthened his case. No AI disagreed, all were in agreement. Gary Neville is the right back of this team. Now let's go with the center back pairing. ChatGPT chose Rio Ferdinand. Between 2002 and 2014, he played 455 matches and established himself as one of the best defenders of his generation. He won 6 Premier Leagues, 2 League Cups, 6 Community Shields, 1 Champions League, and 1 Club World Cup. His elegance on the ball, speed, and ability to anticipate plays made him a modern defender. He formed an iconic partnership with Nemanja Vidic, being key to United's defensive solidity. His tactical leadership and ability to build from the back defined an era. Once again, all the AIs agreed. We crown him as the first center back in the all-time 11. And clearly, the other center back had to be Nemanja Vidic. Between 2006 and 2014, he played 300 matches and was the perfect complement to Ferdinand. He won 5 Premier Leagues, 3 League Cups, 5 Community Shields, 1 Champions League, and 1 Club World Cup. His aggression, strength in aerial duels, and leadership made him a defensive wall. He captained the team and was a reference point in crucial moments, like the 2008 Champions League final, where he neutralized players such as Didier Drogba. His duel-winning ratio and his impact on defensive organization make him ideal for this position. A well-deserved place in the all-time 11. We move to the left flank. DeepSeek voted for Dennis Irwin. Between 1990 and 2002, he played 529 matches and is considered one of the most complete fullbacks in the club's history. He won 7 Premier Leagues, 3 FA Cups, 1 League Cup, 4 Community Shields, 1 Champions League, 1 Intercontinental Cup, and 1 Cup Winners' Cup. His ability to defend and attack, combined with his precision on free kicks and penalties, made him stand out. Irwin was a tactically flawless player and a model of reliability that made him indispensable. His low profile does not diminish his legacy as one of the greatest fullbacks of the Ferguson era. And yes, once again, total consensus. Irwin secures the spot in the team. Let's move on to the defensive midfielder. And you won't believe it, but another consensus. All the AIs voted for Roy Keane, the heart and soul of the team during the 1990s. Roy Keane was more than a holding midfielder. He was the leader on the pitch, the captain, the engine. His ferocity in midfield, relentless fight, and inspiring leadership were crucial to the team's success. With 7 Premier Leagues, 4 FA Cups, and the 1999 Champions League, Keane left behind a legacy of a winning mentality that defines the club. A deserved place in the all-time 11. So far, the AIs have agreed on every decision. Now we continue with the creative midfielder. For this position, Grok said Paul Scholes. He played 718 matches and is one of the most complete midfielders in football history. He won everything with the club. His vision, precision, and ability to score from long range make him the ideal creative midfielder. Scholes evolved from a more attacking role into one of total control, dictating the tempo from midfield. His legacy as a homegrown player and his influence on generations of footballers make him irreplaceable. DeepSeek agreed, followed by ChatGPT, LeChat, and Gemini. Yes, once again, total consensus. Paul Scholes joins the all-time 11 as the creative midfielder. We continue with the attacking midfielder, and finally the AIs disagreed a bit. Grok voted for Bobby Charlton. He played 758 matches and scored 249 goals, being one of the greatest players in football history. He won 3 First Division titles, 1 FA Cup, 2 Community Shields, and the 1968 European Cup, where he was decisive. As an attacking midfielder, his ability to arrive in the box, shoot from distance, and create chances made him unique. A survivor of the Munich disaster, his leadership and resilience inspired the club, and his Ballon d'Or in 1966 reflects his impact. Tactically, his versatility to link midfield with attack makes him ideal for this role. But LeChat said, Eric Cantona, the man who changed the club's destiny. Playing as a true playmaker, he was the brain and the leader of the team in the 90s. Creating play, scoring decisive goals, and bringing a unique personality. In just 5 seasons, he won 4 Premier Leagues and 2 FA Cups, being the great architect of Ferguson's first dynasty and the bridge between the old guard and the class of '92. More than just an attacking midfielder, Cantona was the spark that restored United's greatness and turned him into an eternal symbol of Old Trafford. But it didn't end there, because Gemini surprised everyone by voting for Wayne Rooney. It argued that even though he played in multiple positions, Rooney reached his peak influence and creativity playing behind the striker, linking midfield with attack. His strength, vision, and goal-scoring ability made him a complete player. That left only ChatGPT and DeepSeek, who clearly know their football. And both voted for the same player, Bobby Charlton. He joins the all-time 11. And before moving on to the substitutes, let's talk about the attacking trio. For the right winger, ChatGPT said George Best. The fifth Beatle, an untamable genius, incredible dribbling, speed, and goals. He won the Ballon d'Or in 1968 and the European Cup that same year, forming the Holy Trinity alongside Charlton and Law. He is considered one of the greatest talents in football history. But Grok disagreed and said Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo's impact in his first spell was astonishing. He arrived as a talented teenager and left as the best player in the world. His evolution from a skillful winger to a relentless goalscorer was incredible. His pace, his dribbling, his long-range shooting, and his winning mentality made him a lethal weapon on the right flank. He was key in winning 3 consecutive Premier League titles and the 2008 Champions League, where he scored in the final and won his first Ballon d'Or. LeChat supported this decision, giving him the second vote, as did Gemini and DeepSeek. CR7 takes the spot as the right winger. Let's move to the left winger. And here there was no debate at all. All the AIs voted for him, Ryan Giggs. The player with the most appearances in Manchester United's history, Giggs personified longevity and loyalty. Throughout his long career, he was an electrifying winger with incredible dribbling ability. His skill to leave defenders behind with sudden changes of pace and his vision made him a nightmare for rivals for over 2 decades. He won a record 13 Premier League titles and 2 Champions Leagues, a well-deserved place in the all-time 11. And before moving on to the substitutes, let's go with the center forward. Grok and DeepSeek voted for a legend, Wayne Rooney. Between 2004 and 2017, he played 559 matches, scoring 253 goals and providing 145 assists, becoming the club's all-time top scorer. He won 5 Premier Leagues, 1 FA Cup, 3 League Cups, 4 Community Shields, 1 Champions League, 1 Club World Cup, and 1 Europa League. As a striker, his versatility to drop into midfield, assist, and score in crucial moments made him stand out. His defensive work and pressing ability from the front perfectly complemented Ferguson's style. His legacy as a club icon puts him above other greats like Dennis Law or Eric Cantona. But ChatGPT and Gemini disagreed and went with Eric Cantona, the king. Cantona not only changed the destiny of Manchester United, but also reshaped the club's mentality. And although his stay was short, his impact was immense. That left the French AI with the final decision, and it wasn't easy. And the chosen one was Wayne Rooney, completing Manchester United's all-time 11. Let's go with the substitutes. And for the goalkeeper, all the AIs chose the same player, Edwin van der Sar. A giant of the Ferguson-era post-2000, key in the 2008 Champions League, and holder of the Premier League record for most consecutive minutes without conceding, 1,311. Next, for a defender, the AIs chose Jaap Stam, a dominant center-back in the 1999 treble. And for the second defender, all the AIs voted for Patrice Evra, a left-back of enormous consistency with 5 Premier League titles, captain in several seasons, and a reference point of the modern era. In midfield, all the AIs went with Michael Carrick, the silent brain, the balance in midfield for over a decade, and a vital piece in the Premier League and the 2008 Champions League. For the second midfielder, the AIs named Brian Robson, Captain Marvel, United's icon of the 80s, with absolute leadership and box-to-box ability, even if it came in a less successful era. For the attacking line, the most mentioned was Eric Cantona, and for the second attacking substitute, there was more debate. Names like George Best, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Andy Cole came up, but the final choice was George Best. What do you think of the team? Comment below, leave a like, and we'll see you in the next one with More Than Football.